Hello friends and potential friends. Well, still not seeing any growth in the ginger and turmeric tower. I did dig one of these up the other day and it was starting to sprout a little bit, so I'm expecting they're going to show up pretty much any day now. I know it's plenty warm enough for them, though it's still quite dry. Oh, there's Pally. How you doing, Pally? There's Bullwinkle. Yep, come for breakfast. Not a whole lot going on out here. It has been extremely dry. There's Snowflake. Sweet potato slips are still coming along. I've been having to water them. And the strawberry tower is not looking all that great. I'm beginning to think it was a mistake to get those strawberry starts from Walmart. I'm gonna have to find a better source next time I can do that. But a lot of what I'm dealing with right now is seeds, to be honest with you. These are the seed pods from the cabbage collards, and they're starting to fill in with seeds. I'll let them dry out pretty good, make sure they're good and mature before I pull any off of there. I think I'm also going to have to pull this head of cabbage collards off of here because I'm dealing with an awful lot of bugs already this year. I've had aphids and stink bugs and army worms and I don't know what else. They're all coming out in force first thing this spring. In fact, over here on the tomatoes, I think there's only 1 or 2 tomatoes left on the spring tomato crop because the stink bugs keep getting on them and stinging them up. Yeah, there's one there with some sting marks. There's a couple of aphids over there on that one. You can see these tomatoes down here have got sting marks on them. A lot of bugs this year. A lot of them. But I think I'm going to harvest some of the cabbage collards, especially that one that's gone to forming a head, and see about making some kimchi out of it. Now the comfrey over here, from what I understand, comfrey does not normally reproduce by flowering, but I got one in here that's starting to flower. So we'll see what that does. I know that'll reproduce from the seed or from the roots. Not sure about the flowers. And in the radishes, I've been picking a few dried out radish seed pods. And once they dry fully, I can open them up and get the seeds out of them. You can see here's a few more that are drying out. Just a few at a time, and I'm waiting for them to dry before I pull them off of here, just to make sure they're good and mature. Mambo, what are you doing up there? Are you helping me get seeds? Is that what you're doing? Yeah, there's a few more in here. But I can get a few every day, and I've already got a pretty good collection of them. There's quite a few more that are starting to dry. And I tell you, it has been dry around here. My friend Peanut's got flooding going on up in South Louisiana, and I'm wishing we had any kind of flooding around here. I think I'll be pulling this garlic pretty quick. It's starting to die back, and I don't think it's going to stay there till I get back from Mom's. Oh, there's a little bitty tiny golf ball size head of cabbage there. That one's not very solid. This one over here is baseball size, and it's good and solid. As you can see, the bugs are starting to get into that as well. So I may just go ahead and get the cabbage collards and these cabbage heads and turn them all into kimchi. The red onions are not really popping up too well, probably because it's been so dry. The green onions or the yellow onions are doing okay. And the potatoes, well, the red Norlands, looks like all of them are growing, and only one of the Yukon Gold. Peppers are already suffering too. It's only 10:30 in the morning. It's already above 80, I think. Everything's starting to droop, including all the kitty cats. I did turn the soaker hose on for the asparagus to just try to keep it alive. I know it likes to have a lot of water. I'll run that for a few hours. That'll take another 20 gallons out of my rain tank. And did I mention bugs? This is one of the beefsteak tomatoes. Aphids and stink bugs and the worms hit that one right off the bat, and there's hardly anything left of it. Oh yeah? Earlier on, these things had tomatoes on every plant, but with all the worms, and the stink bugs in particular, the stink bugs sting the tomatoes themselves. And if you can get a look at it in there, they start looking pretty bad. So once they get stung like that a little bit, I go ahead and pull them off. There's another one right over there. These are Floridads down at this end. Pineapple's still growing. But all in all, it's just kind of a waiting game. Waiting for the seeds to mature and dry out so that I can pick them. Waiting to harvest some of this stuff. And just trying to keep the garden alive. And watching all the critters. And watching the critters watching the critters. Fun times in the gardens. But anyway, not a whole lot going on around here right now. So I'll let you go, and I'll see you next time.